So the demo is about admin dashboard.
Oh, the nice card. What is that?
This is the first page when you go to the admin. So previously,
is it committed or is it new?
Previously, it was just welcome to Orchard.
Is this something that is already merged?
No, it's yet to be used.
Okay, good. Okay, cards.
Yeah, and yeah, I added some dashboard items that are made in different modules. So you can see this is the one coming from the contents. I will show you in Visual Studio. So the admin dashboard is just a welcome screen, and it uses the display manager to load any admin dashboard item shape that is made in other modules. I can show you one. For example, in orchardcore.contents, there is an admin dashboard item contents driver using this shape, so this view. So you can place it wherever you want. You can mention which display type you are going to use, and then you can use it in your view. So it will be displayed in the as a card. So there will be a title, a list, let's say a list of links, and a button to go to the main page that you want to give a shortcut to. Then you just need to register your driver like this, and it will appear on your dashboard. And as you can see, you can also inject some services like the authorization service to say that only the people having the list content permission can see the dashboard item. Yeah. And I've made a few ones like the media library, the content definition with shortcuts to go to the content types definitions and content parts definitions. And for example, a more complex one with the tenants, so it will only be displayed on the default site, and I can do a query to list how many tenants there are in the system, or I can also do a query in the user module to list how many users. And for example, I could say how many users there is and how many enabled user or disabled user or users expecting a validation there is. So multiple scenarios, and when you develop your own module, you can add a new dashboard item if you want to make statistics, something like this, and it will appear on the main page of the admin.
Cool. Then, what if I want tenants first?
I guess you could use placement if you are using your own admin theme, and that you.
So that's an answer. Then what if I don't want to see tenants?
The same way, I guess. You can hide
placement. Okay. And so we designed it for one, but it never was done. And I think we designed it also for Rothschild Core in the same way. And I think you're almost there because you have drivers and shapes. But the main thing I see missing is that I can't configure these different counts because I might want to configure it. And I can't add them, remove them, move them around. That's the main concern. So that's great that we have it. And I think the next step will be to be able to manage that. And this way you could have like an edit button on the tenants and choose what you want on the card itself, because maybe there are options that it could display the last 3, like for content, you could say, show me the last drafted thing. But yeah, so to do that, the next step would be to have each card be a widget or something like a widget, but at least a content item. This way you have state associated to the to each card, and you have an edit mode and a view mode. So when you edit, you go to the content editor and you can change the properties of the card if there are any property. And when it's displayed in the admin, like the same way you did that. It's displaying the shape here with the same driver. It's just that you will have in the driver display and edit like any other widgets.
Yeah, because you wanted something like the admin widget.
In the end, that's the same. The UI is not correct, definitely, but the UI you have is better. You see, because how hard would it be to have all your cards move this way? It's not super hard because it's just a zone in jQuery UI to drag and drop stuff. Okay, it's just a few classes of JavaScript and an event to send to a controller to define the order of each of the counts. That's it. That's the order of each of the counts when you move them. Then editing like the widgets view is the same. Yes, exactly in the widgets admin that you showed. You just click on the edit button and then you go to the content edit. So that's actually widgets, but with this controller here, that's the same thing as the widget, the layers controller is just listing all the widgets for the admin on dashboard and then rendering them in a zone, and that's it. So it's the next step I think to do. That will be the end of the step. There will be nothing else to add, because this way people will be able to add whatever they want, even custom ones, where they want, when they want. And you don't enforce what they have to see and where they have to see it. So you see there is no layers. It's about, so here the idea is that
always and never.
Well, no, don't think about it, because this is for the front end. So there are layers because you don't want the widgets to appear all the time everywhere. That's why we have layers. But for the dashboard, there is a single layer. So it's the default layer. It's the default dashboard layer. So when you have a dashboard widget, I mean, that's for the dashboard. So they are there. So the same screen you just saw before, the same thing without the layers and without the zones, just there is one zone again, and it's just drag and drop stuff, the things that you have here instead of the things that you have in the other screen. And you can still edit them and display them. So here it's the display mode, the summary mode, like in the widgets view that you saw. And when you edit, it goes to the content item editor, like the widgets view that you saw. This is the editor of the dashboard widgets, if you want. The same controller, the same thing. We just need to have a custom property on them, or a custom part, probably. So you know that it's a dashboard widget. And maybe you might then even be able to create 2 instances of the same widget type. That might be useful for some modules to be able to add 2 different things here of the same widget type. Like charts and things like this. You could have a chart that does something, and then you want 2 instances of that.
Yeah, for example, a list, and as you said, you want the latest 3.
Exactly. Projection. Boom. You create. You can create a projection widget that you just configure the query, and then you see the results of the content items you want there. So a query widget, sorry, projection, 2 or 1. But yeah, so that's very good. Now we need to see the next step, and that's perfect. Everyone will love you. They always do. They already do, but they will love you more. Anyone else have some comments? Everybody agrees.
At first, I was just using the shape factory as we did in the editor, the field editors and the field displays.
Yeah, that's right. And the widget does the same thing, but then the other step driven by data and not driven by just the type is here or the shape is here.
Yeah, Dean suggested me to and helped me to do it this way.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's the, as I say, that's the first step. You have all the things here. Well, whatever you did is right. I just like to see the next step because that's what I want to do first. Like I want to move them, and I don't want to see the content definitions there every time I open the thing because it's not my stuff. Even if it's permission based, I mean, I have the permission. I don't want to see it, or maybe I want to see something different. I want to configure it. The opportunities are huge there.
Yeah,
if you do that.
Because that's a view model and configure the settings and use them.
The settings is the content item state. That's the idea, and that's what a widget is, and that's great. And then you can then the next step after that is to have it customizable by user. So you could have two dashboards. Like someone could do a user dashboard module where you could add your custom widgets on top of the mandatory ones. That's the portal that you want that's a portal, but that's what people like. And WordPress has that. Okay, you have that also because WordPress has that and it's super useful. You log into your WordPress site, you see the last comments, the last post, and you can see what's drafted and you can publish or the workflows running and then you can click it and yeah, that's great. Super useful. So I'm super happy you do that. Now I need to work with you on making it even better.
Okay.
Right. And even if you
that header is huge, though. You need it.
Dude, it's the max, the header pods max, whatever you want. It's the best.
Jumbotron.
First, it was like this.
You know here, this should be a widget. Boom, problem solved.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
The first one.
Don't like it? Click the edit button and change the HTML inside. And that's what people want. And they really want that. And there is nothing to do. It's just a widget. Boom, you can move it. Yep. Span 3, done.
Do it.
Could we merge this though for all one? Or are we waiting to have the full feature working?
You can if it's done. I don't mind because it won't break anyone if we decide to make it the day we make it work with the new layout. Okay, it won't break anyone. People will be like, oh, my stuff has moved. Well, we can pre-initialize the instances of the widgets like it was before if you liked it. If it's a feature, I prefer like to have it as a feature. It's easy to make it feature in case people don't want it. Maybe it's slow because here I see you are loading the list of tenants. I don't know how costly it is to display, to count the users every time on the dashboard. I have no idea. I assume it's fine, but maybe someone will want to remove it because they say I don't want it. So, but that's fine to merge it because it's useful and it's not breaking if tomorrow we decide to do something else. And it's nice. It's clean.
Yeah.
Good. But don't stop. Don't put it somewhere and stop working on that. We need to continue on the momentum and do the layout thing. And when I say layout, it can be the widget stuff. It could also be, like we said in Orchard 1, we wanted to do the engineering layout or the flow here. It could be also a flow so you can decide how big the widget is, if it takes 2 spans, 1 span, things like this, because maybe you want to, like the title at the top, you want it to take the full screen, the full length. Okay, how do you say that? Maybe it's a setting for the widget part, for the admin dashboard widget part, which has a size option. But that's also what the flow part does. So should we use the flow part instead? Should it be a content item managed by the flow part? And then when you edit it, you just can put whatever you want. It's a content item and you just render it in the admin. That would be even more simple.
So, yeah. Just quickly, this is the settings I was talking about.
It's nice.
If you save it, the title is here. If you enable it, the title is in the navbar.